Okay, welcome back y'all to another episode of Active Every Day. Now earlier in the series, we reviewed a squat pattern as a simple way to increase or add activity to your daily routine. Being a lower body exercise, being a bilateral, two-legged exercise, it creates a really good foundation for overall strength, but we're using a lot of muscle mass because it is a big all-inclusive exercise for the lower body. So we're increasing how many calories we may burn and how much muscle we may build, which is a really good thing for our body composition. So let's come back into our squat today. Let's try to use the squat as the foundation where we're using it every single week, possibly multiple times in a week. And as our fitness progresses, we're adding exercises on top of our squat to make a longer, more challenging workout. So let's jump right into it. It's 100 squats. It seems like a lot, but if you've done it with us before, you know it doesn't take that much time. We do them in sets of 10, and we rest between 10 and 20 seconds between each set. Let's start right into it. I'm doing a bench squat. We could call it a couch squat. We could call it a chair squat. I'm gonna make sure I sit down completely every single rep. It's not the only way to do it, just the way that we're doing it today. I used the same technique in my first Active Everyday squat video. You can make it harder on yourself by not sitting all the way down, by just lightly touching and standing. There's my 10 reps. You can make it easier by sitting longer. You can make it easier by standing longer between each rep, slowing down your overall tempo. Not only could you touch and stand to make it harder, you could increase your tempo. Set 2, let's go right into it. Let's count these out together. Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. That's 2 sets in. We rest our 10 to 20 seconds. All right. We can make it a little harder as well, possibly, by squatting lower than a bench or a chair. It's up to you. You gotta find what works for you. Success is being active every day. You can always find ways to make things easier or harder along the way if you want to, but whatever technique works the best for you so that you can complete reps, incorporate squatting into your day is what you should try to achieve. Okay, 5, 6, this is set 3, 7, here's 8, here's 9, and here's 10. That's 3 sets. Fantastic. As you come into our 4th set, I'll talk a little bit about technique. Okay? Pretty safe exercise. You don't have any pain coming into the exercise. You don't have any knee issues already. All right, if you have contraindications, previous injuries or pain, we can talk about those separate from what we're talking about today, but in general, set 4, let's talk about some squat technique. Okay, I want to keep my feet pretty darn flat on the floor. It's okay if my toes are straight ahead or pointed out to the side a little bit. I want to keep my posture upright. That's why I'm showing you my view from the side. As I sit my hips down, I don't want my chest to drop. I want my butt to go down and my chest to stay tall. Okay? 7, 8, I think, 9, I lose count when I'm talking, and 10. I know this is set 4. So there's 40 reps. We're on our way to 100. So feet flat, toes straight ahead or slightly pointed out, it's fine. Posture pretty tall. How wide or close should your feet be? Wherever all of those other things feel the easiest. So, hip width to shoulder width is probably the narrowest people will generally go, and shoulder width to slightly wider is a pretty average or generalized wide stance that you could go. So anywhere in the middle that makes you feel the best. Set 5. I'll take it a little wider this set just to feel it out. There's 2. So my toes are wide, that's fine. My knees are wide, beautiful. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Rep 10 gives us 50 reps. So when you begin your fitness journey and you're exploring different ways to do exercises, and you've heard me say this, you find what position you feel the most natural, the most comfortable in, that allows you to do as many of the technique rolls as well as you can. So feet flat, chest up, so on and so forth. With that being said, as you continue to exercise, it's worth practicing all of these different foot positions to see how well you can adapt to each of those. Set 6, let's start. Why would we want to adapt or train to get better at different versions of the same exercise? Well, so it applies to life a little bit more practically. You know, as we move about through our day, there are a lot of different challenges and changes that we go through that sometimes we just don't even recognize the importance of. I think that's 10, that's 6 sets. And then you're carrying a grocery bag and you're walking up to a door, and right before you open the door, somebody opens the door in front of you and it swings towards you, and all of a sudden, in the middle of moving forward with a heavy load in your hand, you have to quickly change your position. Well, that wasn't expected. Set 7. Or you are walking from your car to your front door and it rained and it's a little cold out and there's a little bit of ice and your foot slips on the ice. You don't fall, but it's a quick movement. Well, it's all of those little unplanned, quick adjustments where our body has to have the ability to move quickly and be strong and adjust. 9. Again, think. And 10, totally off on reps. Set 7, 70 reps. 8, 9, and 10, 3 sets to go. So adapting your exercise patterns and habits so that they have variabilities, changes, so we're increasing our tolerance to be in different positions will increase our overall strength and decrease our injury risk. It'll just make things feel easier. If we can feel like moving through life is easier with less pain, I think we're achieving something really powerful. Here's 1. Here's 2. This is set 8. Here's 3. If you're hanging along with me at this point, here's 4. You know you're going to get to 100 reps. Here's 5. Here's 6. Here's 7. Sit all the way down. Stand all the way up. There's 8. Here's 9. And here's 10. I'm hot. All right. I'm sweating a little bit. All right, that's 80 reps. Hopefully we wrap up somewhere between 10 and 15 minutes. I'll check the time at the end. Let's see. 2 sets to go. Yeah, look, I got pants on. I got a sweatshirt on. Just in my regular kind of work attire. Now I work in health and wellness, so I can dress a little bit more casual. I exercise in shorts and a t-shirt, but just want to stay in my regular work clothes. Kind of show you how easy it is to fit these things into your everyday. I mentioned we can fit this into our lunch break. Okay? We could take a 5 to 10 minute break from our desk, grab a little bit of water, and walk outside and do a couple of squats to a bench. Now, I make this justification all of the time to my clients, and I believe that's 10, we're at 90 reps, and to previous employers of mine when I held jobs that weren't in the health and wellness field. If you work an 8-hour day, you're going to be given 15-minute breaks, 10 or 15-minute breaks along with a lunch break. So there's times in the beginning and end of your workday where you can find ways to create small health interventions. On top of that, lots of people smoke cigarettes and lots of people take cigarette breaks during work. So these folks are standing up all of the time to go engage in an unhealthy habit on the clock, getting paid, while somebody else who maybe doesn't smoke cigarettes doesn't have additional break time in their day, that's generally recognized and accepted and understood. And so I encourage you to take your exercise break. Whether you're doing some squats or you're just gonna stand up, take a few deep breaths, move your head and neck around, move your wrist around, which we'll get more into that in the future. Take a moment for yourself. Active every day. That's 100 squats if you hung out with us. Let's just step behind the camera and take a peek and see where we're at. Okay, y'all, so we're just here at that 11-minute mark. So well done. Really efficient way to get the heart rate up, get the circulation up, burn a little bit of calories, definitely increase our leg strength. It's gonna carry us through our day. It's gonna make life easier. I'll see you again soon. Active every day.